Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing a very different review. Today we're going to look at a popcorn bucket, but not just any popcorn bucket. We're looking at the Marvel Studios Fantastic Four movies exclusive GALACTUS popcorn helmet, which I just picked up earlier tonight while I was watching Superman for the second time, which I still love. Watched it with Charlita 1 and my kids. They loved it. We had a fantastic time. But anyway, this video is not about Superman. We're talking about this Fantastic Four helmet, which, by the way, I could love Superman and still be stoked for Fantastic Four, right? But anyway, this thing cost $80! 80 freaking dollars. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this forever or not. I don't know. If I could find a good home for it, yes, but damn. Yeah, with that price tag, I'm already having a little bit of buyer's remorse, but I have not gotten a close look at it yet. As you can see, it comes in this clear poly bag right over here with the unique Fantastic Four logo on it, and then it has a couple of parts. Now, mine did have, I basically got the second to the last one. I got the last one that came from the back. My Cinemark only had 6 of these, and then there was one that was on display that the person in line behind me picked up. But there's a couple of little scuffs on this guy without even, you know, doing anything, just like, you know, unraveling it. And you can see it comes with some bubble wrap and a couple of his antenna that you plug in on the sides. So you can see the bubble wrap right over here. And then these have their Fantastic Four poly bags right here as well. So each of them wrapped in a little bubble wrap casing right over there. So at least it's well taken care of, at least with that part of it anyway. And then you can see we have these directions right over here, which I'm pretty sure I could figure out very quickly. So let's go ahead and put this together right now. Why not, right? Damn, it looks pretty cool. And it's got a light up feature over here too, which we'll look at in a moment. But first, let's go ahead and put this together. 80 freaking dollars. All right, here we go. There's a little bit of glue stringies right here. The back metal seems like it's very, very delicate. So I'm going to try to port this in here all gentle like. There we go. Oh, there it is, I think. Sounded like it snapped in. I don't want to push too hard. God, I don't want to break anything. Okay, I just read through the directions again. It doesn't say anything aside, just attach one by one. Oh, it has this little tab at the bottom. Ooh, and I can get that to work right there. Very cool. All right, let's get a closer look. And here's the GALACTUS popcorn bucket on the rotating base. Looking really cool. This thing actually has a lot of really badass sculpted detail on it, and that back metal just really makes it pop. And there's also some nice paint details on this as well. I just keep getting irritated by those scuffs, but I'm gonna have to look past that because I've already mentioned it. But you know, it's there. It bugs me. It's kind of one of those things of either you just gotta take it or leave it. You know, it came as it was. So anyway, let's get a closer look. So let's start at the very tippy top right over here, and you can see already, yeah, we get lots of details right here on this thing. Kind of tricky to see sometimes, so I do have to keep turning it around so you can see those details, because it either looks like it's too dark to see, or the light's reflecting and you're just seeing a bunch of hot spots. So you can see right over here that there's some variance in color on it. I don't know how this is applied exactly. Looks like with some heat, right? But you can see some of this, looks kind of like circuitry that's been kind of scored a little bit. So that's pretty cool. Kind of tricky to pick up on camera though. Damn, this thing is really hard to shoot, man. You can see this right here. Damn, that looks really cool. Looking at the top of this antenna right here. So yeah, I really like that detail. That is really badass. And you can see some of the black paint right over here, showing off some of the burn marks from his astral travels, or his space travels anyway. And some more of that right over there. So that's really neat looking. I do like that. And you can see, like, it looks like they missed some of it right over here on that edge, which bugs me some. But coming across the front right over here, that looks pretty damn cool, man. It's tough to, I hope everything comes out, well, I'll be editing this anyway, so I'm just going to try to do my best to make sure everything comes out as clear as possible. But damn, it does look sick. Like when I look at the side of this thing, damn. Yeah, I really like how these came out. That's pretty cool. And I love vac metal, man. Jeez, yeah, and seeing some more of that black paint coming along through the middle right over here. A little bit of it down over there. Kind of tricky to see, so I feel like I have to point it out. You know, you can see like a little bit of a staining thing coming down the side right over here. A little bit of crackling, it looks like, in some of the parts with the vac metal. I don't know if you could see it, but I don't know how long this thing is going to last. It feels like it's cheaply made, but it wasn't cheap at all. You know, that's a little bit frustrating. So we'll see how long. I mean, it didn't even last getting out of the box. You could see right over here on that eyebrow right there where that scuffage is, and then so this like got dropped or got banged against something while it was in the bag still, which is frustrating. You know, somebody didn't take care of Galactus over here. I really like the skin tone. And I also really like the little details with the little lines in there, too. That's pretty damn cool. Makes him look a little bit scary, you know? The eyes, damn, man. I feel like his right eye is not placed correctly in there. I don't know. It seems like something's wrong. This one seems like it's a lot brighter, right? So I have messed up eyes over here, which is a bummer. So I'm going to see if I can adjust that thing in there to change that. But man, you can see this detail coming around the chin strap right there, right? That looks cool as shit. Really love that. So yeah, I'm loving the purple vac metal. I love the black paint over the purple vac metal, and I love the sculpt of this thing. And it's fairly hollow. I'm able to, you know, carry this around, no problem. And then here, you can see some more skin tone underneath the chin right here. Ooh, this feels a little bit weird and rubbery. I hadn't touched his face yet. But yeah, flipping all the way around, you can see Fantastic Four, which, you know, it totally sounds like Beethoven's Fifth, right? Dun 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 dun, right? So anyway, very cool. I like it. I like the Fantastic Four theme that we have so far, or what I've heard from it anyway. But yeah, you can see all these Kirby-esque patterns right here, kind of Kirby-esque anyway. I don't know if you disagree with me. Please don't assume I'm trying to insult Jack Kirby. But damn, yeah, this looks cool as shit, dude. I like the added battle damage to it. I don't know. Just add something to it not being all super clean. It makes sense from farther away. It's pretty damn cool, man. I like it. I just can't see myself leaving this in the sun. That's the part that scares me the most, is like if I were to leave this in the sun, that would be a problem. It would get messed up for sure, right? It's already gotten messed up and I just got it. So this is, you know, very fragile stuff, but, you know, at this moment in time, very cool to have. I'm very excited for the movie. I can't wait. And none of the other pieces right here are buttons or anything. It's only just this left side right here. I haven't tried doing anything else to it, like holding it for hella long or anything. I don't know. Yeah. It doesn't do anything if you hold it for a while. I want to see the inside of it right here. That's where all your popcorn's gonna go, which I haven't used it as a popcorn bucket yet. But plan on watching Fantastic Four while in San Diego Comic-Con with a group of friends, which we got to coordinate and everything still, so time's running out for that. But, yeah, I'm going to use it as a popcorn bucket when I watch the movie. And then after that, I'll decide whether or not I want to keep it. I'm also going to use this as a display piece for my Fantastic Four movie figures. I'm going to start getting those in next week. So I know a lot of people have been reviewing those. I haven't gotten my hands on them yet, but Human Torch should be coming in on Monday, and then I should be getting some of the other ones too. They'll trickle in. So anyway, damn, this has a little bit of black paint right over there too. Looks pretty cool. I wonder to see if I could reach in there and adjust that eye. No, there's no way. One thing I really do appreciate is that you don't have to install batteries to get it to work. And I think I didn't have this plugged in all the way right over here. So I don't know how long exactly those lights stay on. I haven't tested it yet to see, because I don't want the batteries to die on me on that. But I will say I did a little bit of research, checked out eBay. I did find another one of these Galactus buckets with some scuffage in the same area. So I think, you know, obviously I'm not the only one to have that issue with it, but to measure this out, you can see to the top right over here, it's at about 19 inches tall, which is pretty damn huge, man. And then as far as the width of this goes, you're looking at about 20 inches across, and from the nose to the back of the head, I want to say it's like 9 or 10 inches. 9 or 10 inches of head. Now for an MCU popcorn bucket comparison, these are the last 2 popcorn buckets that I picked up. My wife hates that I have so many of these metal ones around and I paid extra for them. I just think this is so cool. And it's even red on the inside, you know? This one, we went to the drive-in to see it, and yeah, it was a free, or I think we took my kids to see a different movie at the drive-in, and they had the Thunderbolts bucket that they're giving away, so I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'll get that. You know, the drive-in in San Jose. And as far as other expensive popcorn buckets, though, the only one I really regret not getting was the Optimus Prime popcorn bucket from Rise of the Beasts. I really wish I had gotten that one, so yeah, I'm glad I didn't miss out on this. And here's the Galactus popcorn bucket next to the Marvel Legends Galactus Build-A-Figure from the Toy Biz Marvel Legends era. So I'm not going to take down my HasLab Galactus, but I will put this one up next to it on that DTOF shelf, and you can see them side by side, or with this bucket in front of the HasLab figure. And here's the Galactus bucket head next to a couple Silver Surfer figures. We have the latest release of the Marvel Legends Silver Surfer from the Walgreens exclusive, which is actually technically not the latest release. And then we have the Marvel Universe exclusive variant. I don't remember exactly how I acquired this clear one right over here. I have both. I like the silver one too, but yeah, this is just a lot cooler looking to me. Which fits into scale better with this helmet to you? Would you say 3 3/4 inch scale or 6.5 inch scale, huh? Which one do you like better? I mean, both work. It's still a gigantic head next to a tiny Silver Surfer, either way. And here's the Galactus bucket next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Ooh, hey, Galactus, since I'm just a Green Lantern construct, do you think you can make me a real letdown, huh? You got that power cosmic? Can't you do it, huh? Whoa, oh, feel a little bit weaker. Thank you, Superman. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit different, not your typical action figure review. And if you liked the video, hey, you can support the channel by hitting that like button, or you can do so by hitting that subscribe button, or you can also do so by hitting that join button. So hey, click all the things to help out this channel. And this is pretty cool looking. I really do like the sculpt of this bucket. I do love the purple vac metal and the black paint over it. So, you know, the heat staining and all that stuff is just very cool. It's just, I think the care put into how much of it was applied, I don't know, man. It just seems awfully fragile to just gotten it and having those scuffs over there. So I mentioned that gripe many times, or that legitimate complaint many times over. But, you know, it was the last one. It was this one or the one that they had on display. And this is, you know, they pulled this from the back for me. So, you know, I wish I'd gotten one that was in better condition, especially for that price point. I did ask for a little bit of a discount, but, you know, that collector kind of mindset's just not there at the movie theater. So they're looking at me like I was crazy. Like, you could either take this last one or you could get the fuck out of here. I mean, they didn't say that, but that was kind of like the attitude. And I understand, because it's not, you know... the collector thing, you know, you know, it's not, everybody doesn't understand, right? So anyway, at the price point of $80, is it worth it? No, it's not worth it. I don't really recommend you getting this. Hopefully I make my money back through YouTube by using this in some videos. So yeah, man, I still like it though. So there's still a lot to like, but again, at that price point of $80, I'm going to give this Galactus bucket a SUD rating of meh. And I really think I would have given it a higher rating if the right eye wasn't misplaced and I didn't have those scuffs on there, you know? So, for right now, I'm still happy to have it. We'll see if I hang on to it. I might resell it. We'll see. If you want to leave a comment, I would appreciate it, so go ahead and do that. And if you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can check out marvelousnews.com, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
That's crispy.
Behold, the world-eating machine. Woo! Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face,